What's going on, fellow Digidestins? This is Collectibles for Life YT coming to you with another deck profile. This time, as stated in the title, Shinegreymon. So let's get started. We first run 4 and only 4 babies. Unkillamon. It states, when attacking once per turn, if you have 3 or fewer security cards, trigger, draw a card. This is definitely for your late game. This deck definitely likes to run situations where it stalls out and gets the attacks in at the last minute. We run 4 of these. We don't run the other one, which is this one, the Unkillamon, because it's one of those situations where, like, if you get him at the end, it's not helping you, and it's just one of those situations where you don't really need it. I feel like you don't need it, so we run our main people to keep us consistent, and that's Unkillamon for our babies. Next is going to be our rookies. We have a playset of the Patamons. Patamon states, your turn, once per turn, when an opponent's Digimon is deleted, drop to 0, you gain a memory. You're going to be doing that a lot in this deck. It's basically the principle of yellow. And we run 4 of these. There are 3 costs, 1000 DP. The inherited ability is what we're looking for. And then a similar ability we would run 2 of is Labramon. It states, when an opponent's Digimon is deleted by dropping to 0, trigger, draw a card. So you're going to draw a card off of him. So they're basically the same ability, once draw and once memory. And you're going to play 2 of these. Our next one, Recovery, is going to be our Salamon. On deletion, if you have 3 or fewer security cards, trigger, draw 1 card and put it onto your security stack from your deck. This is going to be, this deck likes to go late game, so it's definitely a slower paced deck, and you want to kind of recover your security so you can stay alive. These cards do a great job of doing that, so we run 2 of those. Our next one is Loopmon. On play, look at the top card of your security stack. You may add this card to your hand to trigger, draw a card. This is definitely one of those situations where I like it and I don't, because you do lose securities, and you're pretty much a slower deck, so you're gonna have to like keep up those securities. You get to do a draw though, so you get to go ahead of your opponent in draw, and you're able to make more combos, I guess. So it's a 2-of. Our next one is Shinegreymon. We do 2. They're just vanillas. They're just for situations where you want to go ahead and put them on there and then cast a champion. So we run 2 of those. And that's our full stack, which is 4, 8, 10, 12 rookies. Next, we got our champions. We run 4 of the Turuimon? I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but Turuimon. We run 4 of these. They're our best vanillas, 6,000, 1 to Digivolve. They're just basically a staple for situations where you want to try to fight and attack. They're just normal vanillas, and that way you can actually go Digivolve faster into your Shinegreymon. We run 4 of those. Then we run 4 Unimon, staple, a blocker. You need this for Rookie Rush in certain situations. 2 costs, nothing special. We all know about blockers. So we got 4 of those. And finally, I saw this on a Facebook post on different decks, and I wanted to try it out. And this is the Unkillamon. Whenever it's at the security and in the battle, play this card without paying its memory cost. So you pretty much get to cast it for free from your security. It helps you become more aggro, and also gives you situations where you can actually Digivolve to your Rise Greymon and then into your Shinegreymon. So I've played with it. I like it. I do like this card quite a bit. So we're running 3 of those. And that rounds up our champions, which will be 4, 8, and 4, 8, 9, 10, 11 champions. So we'll put that right there. On to our next one, our ultimates. Of course, one of the main, if you're going to run Shiny, is Rise Greymon. He states, when Digivolving, you may play 1 yellow Tamer card from your hand without paying its memory cost. Any on-play effects on the Tamer played with this effect doesn't activate. So, usually Kari. There's a Kari, there's a TK, I'll show some other ones. The on-play effect of the Tamer doesn't activate, so it's like a drawback, but in return, you do get more Tamers, and that's what you want in this deck to have on the field. Its inherited ability says, while you have 3 or more yellow Tamers in play, this Digimon gains security +1. This is how you become more aggro. This is the pretty much end game boss. You put him, you put Shine, and then you start doing heavy attacks to finish off the game. So you carry 4 of these for sure. Our next one, our tech, if you will, is going to be Shinegreymon. This Digimon is also treated as blue. That's not really relevant to us. All of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards gain security -1. This is definitely for Mega Zoo. Certain situations with Mega Zoo, and definitely with Rookie Rush as well. It causes them to not be able to attack you, which stalls them back a few, because they got to either get rid of this, they got to find a way to get rid of this so they can start attacking, which gives you enough time to set up your board and then start attacking at them and win. So 2 of these for sure. And finally, we have 3 vanillas again. Sirenmon, 2 cost 6,000, nothing special about it, 5 to play. It's basically set up so you can play and then go to your Shinegreymon. It's just for being a little bit quicker in aggro. So that's all for the vanillas. And on these, we run 8 ultimates. Which it looks like 8 and 9 has become the staple for ultimates in most particular decks. And then finally, to our megas. We've run, of course, 4 of the Shinegreymons. Which state, first ability, when digivolving, suspend all of your yellow tamers. For each tamer you suspend this way, activate the following effect. One of your opponent's Digimon gets negative 4,000 DP for the turn. This Digimon gets 1,000 DP for each tamer you have in play on your turn. It's really helpful for situations for destroying. If you have 3 tamers, 1,200 will destroy most megas. So you get to destroy removal pretty much. You have to remove a Digimon because it doesn't destroy it, removes it. So any black blockers like Craniumon, he can't bypass this, so he will be destroyed. And you also get a boost on your attack. So that makes him go from 11 to at 3,000 more, you get about 1,400. At 4 more, you are as strong as an Omnimon. And it allows you to also attack with the Rice Greymon that I showed you. So he has 2 security checks, and it makes him go aggro. So one of the better cards in the Mega version for yellow for sure. Next, we play 2 slash Angelmons. Basically, when digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon gets negative 8,000 for the turn. It's definitely your ultimate remover. Lowers some of the megas, so if they're suspended, you do that, and then you attack into it and destroy it. It's a removal card. It's really cheap, and it's really easy to use. And this deck doesn't have a lot of removals, so this guy plus this guy helps out in situations where you want to try to get rid of the big guys. And we play 6 megas on that part. So next, we go to our trainers, which, like I said, it's a heavy base trainer deck, so we're going to be running 4 of the TKs. The 4 cost ones. Start of your turn, if you have 2 or less memories set it to 3. So sets up your memory, so that way you can do more moves in case you have an opponent that tries to memory choke you. On play, look at the security stack, then reveal 1 card, add it to your hand. If it's a yellow card, recover 1 from your deck and place it at the top of your security. So basically, you get to search, you get to replace the TK you place on the field with another card in your security, and then you get to replace the security card if it's yellow, which of course this is all yellow, so you're gonna get to do that, and you get to add it to the stack. So you get a +1 in the way of scrying and searching, and you get also the ability to stabilize your memory gauge. So we play 4 of those, which is really good. Ideally, you would like to play that with Rice Greymon, but if not, then you do it so that way you can set up your memory. Next, 3 Karis. They state, if you have 3 or fewer security cards, gain 1 memory. Basically, like I said, this game likes to take the long way to victory. So you will get to situations where you only have 3 memories, and then this starts kicking in and helps you get aggro by giving you extra memory. It's a great situational card, so that's why we only play 3 of. And of course, with all these tamers so far, they can activate the security. So as your opponent starts to check your security, you start gaining value. And finally, for our last tamers, 3 TKs. They state all of your security Digimon get 2,000 DP so on your opponent's turn. It's a cheap 2 cost. It helps you out because a lot of your yellow cards don't have the highest DP. So if you have 2 of these in play, it sets you in situations where you can actually delete some of their Digimon as they're attacking you. That's the reason you play this card. And also because it's a tamer and you can get value from Shinegreymon. So that's all our tamers are there, which we play 10 of. 10 is a good number. I don't know if I would run more than that. I feel like sometimes your hand gets too clogged up with tamers and then you can't do anything for the turn. If you end up with 3 tamers in your hand, you literally drop down your size. And you're going first, you drop down your size to only 2 Digimon. So then you start feeling the pain of like, okay, what do I do from here? So I think 10 is a good number. You usually get 1 or 2 at your starting hand. So it's not a bad scenario in that manner. Then finally, we've got 2 tech option cards. First one, of course, Glorious Burst. Reduce the memory cost of this card in your hand by 1 for each yellow tamer you have in play. We play 10 tamers, so you could probably end up with 4 or 5 tamers, making this cost literally 5 or 4 to cast. Main effect, one of your opponent's Digimon gets negative 1200 for the turn. It's great because it literally kills almost any Mega and down. The only problem being is that it doesn't have a security ability. So a lot of the times you end up, if it ends up in your security check, you just lose the card and there's no effect and you don't get no value from it. So that's why I only run 1 of these. And also, I used to run 2, but I replaced it with 1 of these right here. Eden's Javel. It's a 6 cost, main effect, trigger, draw 1 card. So you get the value of replacing the card that you already had in your hand since you activated this. And then it says, one of your opponent's Digimon gets negative 1000 DP for each card in your hand for the turn. This deck is, again, mid-range to like lower, slower kind of deck. So you'll end up with a bigger hand most of the times. So this becomes relevant a lot in the situations where you're trying to get rid of something and you get a draw power. The other thing, security check. You're actually able to activate it from your security. Therefore, you end up pretty much drawing 1 free card and then activating the ability. Even if you just get rid of a rookie or a champion, at least you get rid of something. You get value. You get double the value. You get to draw 1 free card, and you get to also destroy a Digimon, their opponent. So this is why I run 1 at a time. Might replace it to 2 later. I just gotta see some more gameplay with it and see how it works. But I feel like this is definitely a very good card, which I'm surprised is not gold bordered or a rare. And yeah, that plays out the full deck right there. That's all the cards that this deck has. It's a good deck. It's definitely a deck that has a lot of value and it's very resourceful. If you like long term or if you like kind of controlling the board, this is definitely a deck for you. I'm not much of a control kind of guy, but it's not a bad deck. I like it. I don't play it as much as I should probably, but it's definitely worth testing out and trying. And that's about it, guys. Like I said, just comment down below. Let me know what deck profile you guys want to see. Share a list. I'll post it up. If there's a list that you feel like it's very, very good and that you've built and you want me to show off, I can show it off on this channel. And that's about it. I might be doing 1 more deck profile for today. I'm trying to get a little extra one, seeing as I haven't been able to since work and all the other stuff, personal stuff. But that's about it. Subscribe, comment, let me know what you guys think. I'm always interested in talking to you all. My subscribers are going up little by little, and I love it. I'm hoping for the great things to come. And yeah, stay tuned. Later.